Planet Vero Studio is powered by the Nolan Group of RE/MAX Associated Realty. MyNextHomeFinder.com. Chris Nolan grew up in New York until he joined the U.S. Marine Corps in 1996. He then joined the U.S. Capitol Police until making the transition to real estate. Shortly after, the Nolan Group was formed. They continue to strive for the best possible experience for buyers and sellers. How can they help you in your journey? And now, here's The Nolan Show with your host, Chris Nolan.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to The Nolan Show. And hopefully you guys all had a happy Thanksgiving and all. Hopefully you guys are still eating some good leftovers and spending it with some family. This week, Kayla's not with us. And we do have Stephen Bates with Bates Heating and Air Conditioning. So how you doing, Stephen?
Doing great.
Yeah, thanks for joining us today. How's business out there?
Business is booming right now. A lot of service calls, service repairs.
Okay.
People really concerned about their indoor air quality, given what's going on in the world right now. So we're doing a lot of that right now as well.
Very cool. Actually, it's actually funny you said. I know I had installed one of those UV air filters or air cleaners. Is that something that you do over there?
Yep. The air purifiers, they go into your ductwork and it treats the air as it runs across it. It gets rid of smells, odors, viruses, bacteria, and it works on keeping dust down as well.
Okay. So that's pretty cool. So, is that a big process to put something like that in?
Not really. It takes us about 45 minutes to install it properly. Because not only do you install it into the ductwork, you have to route the wires, nice and neatly. You get them all nice and tidy. Trim any excess off. Install, another transformer. We take pride in our work, so we like to, take our time to make sure we get it done, done right, and it looks good, once it's all said and done.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, there's a lot of components to it, and I know it takes a little bit to keep them maintained. Not much, but you want to keep them maintained for maximum performance.
Yes.
So, and you guys do all the routine maintenance as well, right?
Yes. I tell everybody, your air conditioner is like your car. You get it regularly, maintained, it'll last a long time. Your air conditioner is the same way. You get it regularly maintained, it will last you, a long time with fewer breakdowns. I don't want to say no breakdowns because we can't say, hey, it's never going to break down, but, just the simple stuff, that I tell every homeowner to do. If you just change your filters and, make sure your drain lines are clear, just pour a little bleach or vinegar into it, that will, help a lot and, make sure lasts a long time. Okay.
Yeah, it's actually funny you say, I'm out there selling houses, and I can't tell you the amount of houses I go into, and I can just see through the grate the filters that have been caked up and haven't been changed in a very long time.
Yeah, like that right there, just by having a dirty air filter can reduce your efficiency on the system. I believe it's 0.04 of an inch of dirt built up on the coil can actually lower your efficiency of the unit by 10 to 15%.
Right.
And just something as simple as, make sure your filters are changed every month. That will right there, prevent a lot of problems you'll have along the way.
It's funny, actually, I had gone into a house. It was actually one that I had purchased, but when I was buying it, I bought it. I met the owner, and he was telling me about his AC system. They did some custom work on it, and they put a filter into it, but it was one of these like 8-inch deep filters. And he says, yeah, that filter is good for 6 years. I said, nah, I'm not buying that. So of course I hadn't seen a filter like that. So I looked it up real quick. I was like, no, dude, it's 6 months.
Yeah.
So we gotta get that filter out of there.
Yeah, your bigger filters, those are better at catching, more finer, finer stuff in the air. Because if you took one of those and cut them in half, they're literally 80 feet worth of filter material in there. And you're right, 6 months to a year on those bigger, 4 or 5 inch filters. So I like those, but another thing is, if you want to install it, you have to have the space to do it.
Right.
You have a very small closet, you can't put an extra 7 inches of height into there, and then you can't work on the unit anymore,
Yeah, absolutely. So, there's a lot of funny stuff out there. But how long would a normal system usually last?
Ideally, here in South Florida, about 10 to 12 years is the average, just due to the fact of our we have all the salt in the air.
Okay.
We have some of the longest run times in the nation. When in terms of, when it comes to run times and everything, because, we're surrounded by water all three sides. We have humid, summers, humid winters, and like right now, it's cold in the morning, hot in the afternoon. So we're still running our air conditioner while the rest of the country are, heat only right now.
Right.
So, but 10 to 12 years is about the average. I've seen some of the older units that are lasted 20 years, but just unfortunately, the way they're making stuff nowadays, nothing just lasts anymore like that.
I know everybody's talking about being tough to get stuff. I mean, is it hard to get the units right now?
It all depends on what the customer's going for. If they want something that's like super high efficient, like a 20 SEER, we have long lead times on those. But most of your 14 and 16 SEER equipment, which is what 90% of people go for, I've not had any problems with it.
Okay.
I've had a few where it's I have to wait like 3 or 4 days, instead of, hey, there's 14 in the warehouse, come pick one up, but we're stocking equipment at our warehouse, so that way we don't have to run into this issue. So if a customer needs a piece of equipment, it's not, hey, it's 85 degrees outside, you have no air, we're waiting for the equipment to show up. We have it sitting in our shop and we can do it, next day or 2 days out, to get the customer taken care of, so that way they don't sit there and sweat to death.
Okay, very cool. I know I've been talking about myself included. Been thinking about putting my gym in the garage. Mm-hmm. Is that something you guys can do? Like, as a small unit, so something like that to air condition the garage?
Yeah, you can. But the code requirements, especially like here in Edward County, it's not just as simple as, hey, we're going to put the unit in the garage, mm-hmm. and that's it. We have to get load and energy calculations done. That basically is we present that to the county to tell them, hey, this is what we're going to use it for. This is what it's going to be sized right. It's going to be, this, that, da. And so the county can note it saying, hey, we're seeing this, everything's right. We're not just guessing what's being put in there.
Okay.
All too often we see it, people, they'll pay a handyman or something like that to go stick a unit in the garage, pay them a few $100, and then when it has a problem, they're gone.
Right.
When we do it, we do everything the right way, and all of our equipment comes with 10-year parts and labor warranties.
Nice.
So it doesn't matter what happens to it. Board fails, coil fails, compressor goes, you call us up, we come out, hey, we're going to fix it, and we come back, replace the parts, and not a single dime leaves your pocket.
Awesome. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. So, really, as far as heating and air conditioning goes, you guys cover it all. So there's really not much that you guys can't handle with that.
Correct.
So now, do you do, if I was building a house, do you do new installs and you duct work and all that stuff as well?
Yes, sir. We do. We're actually right now over in Johns Island, doing a massive remodel.
Nice.
All new ductwork, all new, systems, the whole 9 yards. But pretty much anything you can think of, commercial, residential, even refrigeration, like ice machines, commercial stuff.
Okay.
We can do it. We can take care of it.
Oh, very cool. That's awesome. I mean, you've been doing it for a while, right?
Ever since I got in the Marine Corps. So
okay.
I got in the Marine Corps in 2011, so I've been doing it ever since.
Very cool. And all here in this area?
I did a year up in Gainesville because that's where my in-laws were living at the time. And my first boss I had up there was a tremendous teacher, and he taught me a lot of values that I still hold on to this day that I implemented myself into my company. One of the things is, putting the customer first, taking the time for them, it just everything, making sure that the customer's happy. Because in the day and age of social media, one bad word of mouth is going to spread further and faster than, if you get, like if I do a good job for you, you might tell 2 or 3 people. But if I did I do a bad job for you or something bad happens, you're on social media, and the next thing you know, half of Vero Beach has already heard about it before I even left the driveway.
Right.
So we do whatever we can to make sure that the customer is taken well care of.
Awesome. Well, I know you've done great work for us, for the stuff you've done for us and our clients. So I do greatly appreciate that, and we're looking forward to seeing what you can do coming into the future. So I know we got a lot of building coming up.
Yep.
A lot of people moving to the area, so they're all going to need somebody. So hopefully they're listening right now.
Yep.
And what made you decide to settle here?
I grew up here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I've been here since I was 3 months old. We moved we moved from Texas to here, and I've been here ever since.
Awesome.
Only time I left was when I was in the Marine Corps. I was stationed out in Hawaii, but I was never on island, so I was always deployed or training or whatever else.
Very cool.
So I never got to experience the island like my wife did.
Awesome. Well, I do want to talk more about that. Let's take a quick break, and then I want to hear more about your experience in the Marine Corps.
Okay.
All right. Thanks. We'll be right back.
Everyone wants to do their part in preventing the spread of the coronavirus, and doing your laundry the right way can help. This is Tom Rhodes, owner of Sunshine Laundries, with some helpful laundering tips. Think hot. Hotter is better because viruses hate heat. Wash your clothes in the warmest water setting allowed, and be sure to dry thoroughly in a hot dryer. For more helpful coronavirus fighting tips, visit sunshinelaundries.com.
Vision Eye Center invites you to visit Dr. Paul Minotti, Dr. David O'Brien, Dr. Stephen Tate, and Dr. Robert Reinauer for customized cataract surgery, laser vision correction, state-of-the-art glaucoma treatment and surgery, retina care, and eyelid surgery, plus general ophthalmology. New Vision Eye Center provides world-class eye care in a patient-friendly environment. 772-257-8700 or visit newvisioneyecenter.com.
If you operate a small business, you need services like payroll, tax compliance, HR tools, and other resources. You need Complete Employee Solutions. Vero Beach has a team of professionals, including Anthony Sammons, Matt McCain, and Jennifer Comer, who saw the need for competent payroll, HR, and employee leasing services. Call Complete Employee Solutions at 772-978-7277 or visit their website at CompleteEmployeeSolutions.com.
Is owning a home your goal? With the rising cost of rent, you could be saving a lot of money by owning your own home. At Caliber Home Loans, we can help make home ownership a reality. Meet with us for a free consultation and get on the right path to buy the home of your dreams. For Caliber, home loans is all we do. We use local appraisers and offer a variety of loan options to fit your lifestyle and budget. Call us today, 844-GO-CALIBER, license number CHL15622, Caliber Home Loans, TreasureCoast.com.
Hi, I'm Chris Nolan from the Nolan Group of RE/MAX Associated Realty. I'm looking for new agents that are eager to grow their professional future. The Nolan Group has state-of-the-art systems and coaching to maximize your success. For more information, visit nolanshow.com. Hey everybody, welcome back, and with us again, if you're just tuning in, we have Stephen Bates with Bates Heating and Air Conditioning, so appreciate you being with us today. And so we were just talking about you had left and gone and done your time in the Marine Corps.
Yes, sir.
So Semper Fi, I appreciate that. And from one jarhead to another, it's good to have you on here. So tell us, I heard you say you were in Hawaii, stationed out of Hawaii. So what were you doing out there?
So I was infantry, so that's all we did was train. And I was with 1st Battalion, 3rd Marine, so 3rd Marine Regiment at the time was the most deployed regiment in the whole Marine Corps. So we were on the 777 rotation. So 7 months deployed, 7 months back, 7 months deployed. So I had guys that I knew that were in a long while before me, deployed 9 or 10 times over 8 years.
Right.
And they were just constantly go, and my wife, she was with me through all of it, Iraq and Afghanistan. And when I got out, I'm like, well, she can stick with me through that. She can stick with me through anything, and she's been there with me through everything.
Awesome.
Coming back, the struggles I went through, coming back, readjusting everything else. And, she basically just guided me, helped me, she's my rock.
Awesome.
She just pushed me. And
cool.
She was the reason why, I am where I am right now.
Awesome.
Because her, I always wanted to do this, and I was always too afraid to and everything else. And finally, she's just like, you need to do this, do it now. She was that boot just to send me over the edge.
You need that.
Yeah.
How long you guys been together?
We've been together for 13 years now.
Okay. Awesome. Any kids?
Got my little girl, Cassie. She's 11 now.
Okay. Very cool.
So
is she all ready for Christmas and the holidays?
Oh, yeah. She... whenever a holiday comes up, it's like she starts talking about it and doesn't stop until it's done and on to the next one. So
that's awesome. Any big plans for the holidays?
We're trying to figure out some things to do for her, but it's one of those things is trying to surprise her is we got to figure out how to do it, because if we slip on something, she's like, typical kid. You can be screaming for her across the house, nothing. But you whisper, hey, we got her. You got me what? And, can hear selective hearing,
Yep, absolutely. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, cool. I look forward to hearing more about that when after you reveal what you're doing. But that's good stuff. It sounds like you got a great support system. You're here in based out of Vero Beach, or?
Yes.
Okay. And you're loving it down here. We're working hard. We see you everywhere. So you guys are doing great things. So we're super excited about that. Any big plans for the future?
We're just, we're trying to have controlled growth. We don't want to get too big, too fast, but, I don't want to be, where I'm at now. I want to be able to, grow and have, wonderful people working for me and taking care of the community and taking care of, everything, not just, what we can provide for you as an AC service, but also, on the backside of supporting the community. We've donated a bunch, to different causes, the turkey drive that y'all had. We got a bunch of turkeys for them, various veterans organizations, kids organizations. Joe Simcow did a huge backpack drive, and we ended up buying like 150 backpacks for all the kids, so that way they had something to go back to school with, and he hit me up, was like, hey, would you mind doing this? I understand if you don't want to. That was for the kids. Let's do it.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's really awesome. Now, I heard you mention earlier, you talked about your original mentor that got you up and running when you came up in Gainesville. Mm-hmm. What if we have a lot of young people out there? Do you have any opportunities if you have a motivated young person that wants to get into the business that can come in on an entry level?
Yeah, like for instance, our newest install helper we just hired. It's a girl, don't know anything about air conditioning, but she wanted to get into it. And her first day on the job, it was a duct job. So in an attic, fiberglass everywhere. And my installer's like, she freaking hit it hard, And so, our trade, if you have the willingness to learn, it doesn't matter what your background is.
Cool.
If, kid out of high school, wants to get in the trades, there are good opportunities in them. I know some AC techs that, can make upwards of $150,000 a year, just doing service. That's it.
Right. Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of money in it, and that's a great opportunity for anybody to come in and to learn.
Right. Yeah, that's awesome. We have, I don't think you've met in person. Maybe you did. Kayla Lambert with our team. Mm-hmm. So you actually did a job on one of our properties, but she was actually working with the buyers. Okay. But anyway, she's usually here with us, but she came to us, same thing. She was, new to the business, and she just grabbed it by the horns. I mean, she's doing amazing. She runs with everything. She's learned a ton, and she's helping a lot of people out there. So it's great when you have those motivated people. They can do a lot, and with the right guidance. And it sounds like you guys have a lot of that stuff in place. They can do a lot, and we can all grow together. And that's what this is all about.
Yeah, I'm the type of person of I want if my table's big enough and you can come to it, but I want you to come to it. There's a few other companies here in town that, whether we're so backed up or we can't get to it, we'll refer customers, and, I'm friends with other owners here in town, and I'll straight up be like, hey, I can't handle this, or I can't get to us, can you help me? Yeah, sure. And I've had them do the same for me, give me jobs either that's outside the wheelhouse, whether it be duct cleaning or refrigeration, or just, smaller stuff, just because we like to help each other,
Awesome.
Because it's better to, you have healthy competition if you're all helping each other in a sense, and that makes everybody, you're helping them, and it makes everybody feel good. You're not like, oh, well, and then the customer feels it and sense it,
Right.
And if you're like, somebody's like, oh, what do you think about this company? Oh, they're a good company,
Right.
And, if you're like that with them, customers are okay, cool, but we don't ever badmouth anybody in front of anybody, If it's a bad install, customer ask us, we're not going to be like, hey, this install sucks, it's this, that, or they did a bad job. this is what we have done, because that's just the right and professional thing to do.
It's being good businessman.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. So I like it. We actually have, with it, everything going on, we try and help as well. So matter of fact, from one vet to another, we're actually, when you talk about having the large table, just not to get off track, but on Christmas Day, I mean, that Christmas Day in the military is tough. Either you're away from your parents, or your family rather, you're just, everything shuts down.
Yep.
So what we'll be doing is I'm opening up my house on Christmas Day, and any veteran, active duty, or LE, or first responder that is not near their family, if they're close, they're more than welcome to come join us. So I'll be getting all the details. They can, anybody that's listening, you can email me directly at cnolan@thenolangroup.com. I'll get you all the details, but we're going to open it up. So my family, we're going to open it up and hopefully share it with you guys. And anybody who wants to come join us, we should have a good turnout and it'll be some good food. So my family, my parents, we'll all be doing some cooking, and hopefully we'll get anybody that needs a place to go. I just know that, the Christmas is a tough day for a lot of people.
Yep.
They're away from everybody. So, I mean, that's awesome what you're doing out in the community. I'm super excited to hear about it all. I'm looking forward to seeing what you're doing in the future. And I'm looking forward to growing our businesses together.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, you have, quite a few realtors on your team that I've, either known for a long time or, I here recently networked with. And, it's Vero Beach as a whole seems to have, you have a few of the bad ones here and there, but the other 99.9%, is all good, and I've reached out to a lot of realtors and I've done work for them, or I've referred them, and I constantly refer them because I know, hey, if I put my name out there and they're going to step up to the plate and they're going to do a great job,
Absolutely.
Not, okay, well, what's going to help me?
Yeah, but I mean, in every business, there is always, the ones that are not good. And heating, air conditioning, real estate, media, whatever it is, and they don't last.
Yep.
And they last for a few minutes and then they're gone. If you do the right thing by by the people, it works and it makes it sustainable, and people want to come back.
Yep.
So. Well,
my first boss, he taught me, if you go a whole day and you have one person say one good thing about you, you've done your deal for the day.
Right.
And that's what we strive for is, if customers say, hey, y'all done a great job, I love you, you helped me out, you did this, you did that, that's what we look for. We're like, okay, cool, thank you so much. Yeah,
when we had first we had met a while ago, and I don't think we had done business directly yet. And it was actually, I was at a friend of mine, Johnny Summers with the Biker Shack, and you had gone down there, and he was all concerned because somebody told him it was a large job, and he was so thankful because it turned out it was only a small control unit or something like that, a couple $100 to get him back up on and running.
Oh,
and,
yeah, his smoke detector was tripped in his ductwork.
Yes, yeah.
I literally got up there, pressed the button, I'm like, yeah, you're good to go.
It was something simple, and I mean, something simple like that somebody could have taken advantage of the situation, but you didn't, and you made his day. It made it back out to a lot of people, and that's what it's all about.
Yep.
So, and just doing the right thing. So, and that stands by itself. So,
yeah,
it's definitely good stuff. Super excited about all that you're doing. Can't wait to see what else is going, and I'm excited. So, appreciate you coming on the show today.
Hey, thanks for letting me come on.
So, absolutely. And, I know you were running right in. You came right from a job?
Yep. Very last minute, no heat, and went out there, I was getting it taken care of, and I was, doing my job, and I'm watching the phone, and then, got sidetracked, get everything taken care of, and then you're like, hey, where are you? I'm like, I'll be right there, I promise.
It's all
I just want to make sure I get here because this is a good opportunity to be here on the show. And I know we talked about it, but you always have guests lined up. And then it was like, hey, you want to do it? Yes.
Well, I do appreciate it. We are just about out of time, so we got to cut out of here. But I will see you here soon. Yep. And for everybody else out there, make sure you follow us on Facebook, follow us to your new home, and we'll see you guys here real soon. Bye.